Hello, everyone, and welcome, and happy Monday. My goodness, 35, 45 stream watch streaks. Y'all are wild. I can't be that entertaining, but I appreciate it. Hi, everyone. How's it going? How you doing? How's your weekend? It's Monday. We're still hanging in there. We had a pretty good weekend here. Finally got done like the last little bits of like organizing, cleaning the house. Which is like we did like all the big stuff, and then I did all the big stuff in the living room, got sick for like a month, and then Jen also separately like completely redid the bedroom, so like the house is very different, but we've just had like all the little things everywhere, and in this room too, because like a lot of stuff in the living room would be like, I don't know where to put this, I don't want to deal with it right now, I'm gonna put it in the whatever, this room, craft room, office, my room. It doesn't have a proper name. But like, so I also just had like a bunch of random stuff in here, but I dealt with most of that this weekend, which feels really nice. Got my button at. Got grass is back, more or less. Jen, you read my mind. Yeah. Might change it up in the future, but for now, at least, it's, you know, back up and running. So that's fun. Got my desk space mostly clean. Good. Happy to hear. Oh yeah, you've had a big weekend, big exciting weekend, finishing your great unclean one. I don't know why I'm clapping when I can literally just. Okay, yeah, this. I do have to figure out a better spot for the camera for touching this, because I touching the stream deck. That's not. Before we get into anything, the music. Oh, that's good. I feel like today is going to be a vibing raw day. Let's get the out here for the I don't know if this will take the whole of the ad break, but I thought I'd do a quick little Dying Light catch up. I played just a little bit this morning because, like I said, had a pretty busy weekend. Boy, actually, you know what? I'm gonna switch to here. We're not gonna actually start the drawing yet. Add music to these scenes. I feel like I should just draw it, but we won't do the actual art till after the ad break. But I wanna illustrate what I'm talking about. Where's my mouse? A lot easier to lose my mouse with 3 monitors now. That's the only downside. So I was playing this morning, exploring a little bit around the seaside village that we like rescued at the end of last stream. And so like here's the village, let's say. Here's like the rest of the map, and then it's like, you know how it's on the water. I don't know what those were, like the docks, I don't know. But yeah, the water I think like goes off that way. Like this is the safe zone. So like well actually it's in the water. Like right here, just off the coast, is the base of one of the like big suspension bridges you can see in the distance usually. I think in the game, well, I know in the game it's like broken in a few spots. So like I don't remember exactly where these parts. Actually, yeah, I think that's right. Oh yeah, I know for a fact. Okay. So like this base is like in the water and like the village is right nearby. So I was doing some of the little challenges in the village. One of them was like running around to drop off medicine. The other one was the guy who like, I invented a weapon. I want you to test it out, which is basically like a machete with different mods. But so the way challenges work is it basically like sets you it starts you off in like a specific spot, like it doesn't just start from where you are. So when I was doing like the machete testing activity, whatever you want to call it, the second one I did, it started me up on the bridge, and I didn't realize until I accidentally fell into the water that it was right next to the village. I was like, where did this spawn me? But so anyway, after that, I was like, all right, I want to explore, you know, because that's when I realized the bridge was that close. Because when I fell in the water, I noticed there was like, so like here's the water. Here's like the part you can climb up on, and then I think it was kind of like two big concrete pillars. And there was like a ladder and a platform and a door on each one. Now one of them was locked, but the other one you could go inside, and it was basically hollow. And well, the annoying part was that there was a ladder, but it was one of those where it's like in the tube, and then the tube is locked, so you can't actually use the ladder. And I googled it out of curiosity. There's no way to like break the locks or unlock them later. Like it's literally just to like make you do parkour stuff instead. So there's like some pipes on the wall, a platform, some more pipes, whatever. So then I get to the top. Well, not the top. It's like halfway. And I realize later. So we'll just do a little bit down here really quick. So you're gonna get like the suspension bridge shape. What was that? Suspension bridge shape. So the tunnel, or it's not really a tunnel, it's just like a hollow thing. It goes all the way to the top up here. But you can't go up all the way, basically. There's like nothing once you get to the door that's here, street level, there's like nothing else. There's another ladder, but it's locked, so there's nothing else you can use to get to the very top. So I get halfway up the thing, and I open up, and there's a door there. Actually, let's draw this a little nicer. So we're in. Let's see. How do I want to? We're in the tunnel. Oops. We've. All right. So like, this is not the top and the bottom. This is just a cross section. So we've climbed up a bunch. There's a platform. Actually. Photoshop, what are you doing? Okay. So there's a platform that goes all the way across the. I keep wanting to call it a tunnel, but what else would you even call it? There's a platform that goes all the way across. and there's like just like a little thing here that's like what I climbed up on, how I got up here, and then it feels like a bottomless pit because it's so tall, so we'll just color that in, and then it goes up more, but you can't climb up anymore. So like you can look up and see, but and then there's a door right here. So I didn't realize this was the street at first because I figured the door would be at the very top. So I was like, oh, this door, maybe there's like another little platform halfway up the bridge or something. So I open it up and I see the street and there's like a hazmat suit zombie right in front of it. Immediately close the door. I'm like, what do I want to do from here? So I end up spending like a solid, it had to be 10 or 15 minutes. I ended up opening the door and then like the zombies just kept coming in. There was a railing that went to like there, and then on this side it went all the way across. So it was a little unfortunate. I couldn't just like, I kicked a few zombies off the ledge and like to the bottom of the tunnel, but because of the railing it was kind of hard to do. So I was just like standing here letting them come in and just like bashing zombies for like 10 minutes straight. It was so crazy. The bodies literally started piling up here, and the zombies would like come in, walk up on them, and then like they were as high as the railing, so then they would fall off the edge. And I killed so many zombies just like from that little bottleneck. And then so anyways, I started bashing. Yeah, exactly. It was nice too because like I was able to like use up some of the weapons that I wanted to get rid of without just like dismantling, since I had like upgraded them and stuff. So I went through like quite a few, like at least 3 or 4 weapons doing that. Like the hammers and stuff I wasn't planning on using more. So that was good. And then so once I got out on the bridge, there was even more to do. So where's the I want that. There we go. So we'll say this is like a top down of the bridge, like water down here. So on this side of the bridge, it breaks, and just goes off into the ocean. Then like cars, it's a highway. There's cars everywhere. So we'll say this is the door where I came out. And then there's like a big barricade here. It doesn't go all the way across though, so like you can walk back and forth and zombies can walk back and forth. Which actually for that matter. So the highway just keeps going that way, or the bridge I should say. There's like a sort of barricade with, I'll just do that because it's like, it doesn't go all the way across. And then, so like this whole area was empty because I had killed all the zombies there. There was still a pretty big crowd over here. And like, I mean, since the highway just keeps going, there was like a pretty big crowd over here among all the cars and stuff. But here on this side of the divide, there were 4 of those police vans. So I was like, I found a gun last time. I gotta see what's in them. So what I ended up doing, I went on this side, I threw like a bunch of sparklers as far as I could that way to get all the zombies to like move away, because I didn't want them to see me while I was over here, because it was still pretty like see-through. And then I threw a bunch of sparklers over here to do the same thing. Unfortunately, without the barricade, it was also, actually, I'll do this. It wasn't, the bridge didn't continue for that far. So even though they went that way, they were still pretty close. So then what I ended up doing, there was like a little like maintenance like walkway thing here. And there was like the side of the highway, obviously like the bridge has like the concrete like barrier basically. We'll say a person's like this big. But then they also had a metal railing going, well, I like the side view would be like, so this is the concrete, and then it's like that. So I went over there, and this car was on fire, first of all. So half the zombies coming this way just went into the fire and died. And then the others could not actually get to me. They can hit you through the opening if you're close enough, but they can't climb. I mean, like the fast ones can climb, but there was only like 2 of those. So I just spent like another 5 minutes hitting them all through that until this entire side of the bridge was empty. And then I managed to lockpick all 4 police vans. I found 3 more guns. I have 4 guns now in this game. Like, I was so first of all, immediately I'll be able to do that one side quest where the guy wants a gun, because now I got 4 of them. I don't care. I don't know how to switch it, but I did also find subsonic ammo, which I assume is like the zombies don't notice you when you use it. So I basically killed a lot of zombies in a pretty relatively safe environment, in 2 safe environments where they couldn't really get to me. And then I found 3 more guns. So we're sitting pretty in Dying Light, I gotta say. Fun morning. All right. I feel like I don't have much to say about this because we've been at it a lot. So I think I'm just gonna try and see how many I can get through today. Let's see. Okay, all right. So that's what we were doing. Dark sketch outline, light sketch inside, and then color. Okay. And hopefully we don't have to redo too many of the sketches. Okay, so okay. Keep going from the bottom up. This don't. Oh, Carol. Not to be confused with middle-aged mom Karen. Art. Background. Okay. Okay. I think since the site is so big, we're gonna. Oh. I kind of want to change the angle of the scythe, but then I'd have to mess around with his arms and stuff, and I do not want to. But all right. I think we're gonna do like this, and then I know the boat's at an angle, so we're gonna just straighten that out. Straight enough. There. Okay, yeah, that looks better. You know what? Since we have so much horizontal space, let's make the boat a little. We got plenty of space. Ah, there we go. That looks good. Happy with that. All right. Okay. That has to be perfect. Okay. That. Um, well, thanks, and we can color it later when we get back. I gotta draw a line. Okay, looking like a boat, I think. I'm no boat spurt. Not sure about the water. I feel like this style of art is very foreground heavy and not like it's just the figure doing stuff and none of the setting, you know? But like I feel like this will look weird if there's no water lines. But then also all just the. This one's kind of. It's got the tables and chairs. I guess like this, I could do something like almost like decorative. I don't know, I think I guess yeah, like these leaves too. Like as long as it's maybe a self-contained shape and not just. Okay. And other theory. I feel like there. Oh wait. Lamps are. These parts are the corner. We want this one. No, you know what? It's Greek. It's simple. Okay. Alright. Or and have this a lot more flat. In theory, doors are wide on one side and very flat when you turn them. But the curve I had here before made it look like they were wide all the way around. Oh, he's not a skeleton. Very, very. Like, why didn't I draw his rib cage before? Big ol' Q-tip. Exactly. What we don't want. I do have to figure out where I want to put my coaster. Turning this far around to get a drink. Guess we'll still make his back. He's supposed to be a skeleton. Why else would I have drawn this line? This reads to me as final core. Yeah, if you were supposed to be a skeleton, I would have at least drawn the jawbone. Oh yeah, or his hands. Yeah, there's a lot of spots. I don't know what this line. He's looking that way. I'm terrible at drawing like quarters. Reference image away. Oh, this is so nice. I can look at references without covering up OBS. Oh, so. Yeah. That is a head. Alright, so that's for now. There. Okay. Okay. Fun, I guess. The one part I wasn't like almost there. That's good enough because that's a lot more detail than we're actually. Whoa. This is gonna be tiny. Yeah, here we are. Boom. Oh, I'm gonna have to do this in the wrong color. Whatever. It's good. Okay. Okay, I'm liking this. Like I was giving him a laurel wreath. Maybe it's just hair. Yeah, whatever. Actually, just dreading it. Yeah. Give a little bit more. I feel like little. I'll make it more blurry, but that's fine. You're gonna have to read the face in the anyway. Well, yeah, that's better. Now there's a neck. That first. Here. Move. That's good. Alrighty. Now his hands, arms look a little. I think Karen would be yoked from burying. So I gotta figure out the black. Sure, you mean? I think I know what you mean, but I'm not positive. Where were we? The sounds. Well, this hand's not too. See what I was going for with. I don't think. Yeah. As you soon as it's clear, I must clear here. Hi, owl. Oh yeah, I'm sure we all you guys got the same big old snowstorm. Yeah, we got a lot. We fared all right. Um, I don't think we'd do good with a lot more snow because if they have to plow again, there's not really anywhere for it to go. But they plowed pretty well the first time. That's crazy. 7 feet tall. Jeez, they use construction equipment. Oh, jeez, that's what. Yeah, I guess you're south enough that they must not get a lot of snow there. Very close. I'm drawing Charon. I'm working on Greek myths. So yeah, basically more like got him on the ferry here. But yeah, hope you're doing good. Working on fingers right now. Oh, you know what might be part of the problem? Let's just back. Thank you. Make them more horizontal. Fiddle them bones. Yeah. No, I had a solid moment coming back to this sketch. I was like, is he supposed to be a skeleton or a zombie? And then I was like, well, I definitely would have drawn his jawbone, his ribs, his hand bones. He's just very, very skinny. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this spot, but we'll worry about that when we get there. Okay, so oh yeah, that's much. Good enough. All right. Rear. Um, oh. Hmm. color. If I were coloring in the whole lamp, this would be yellow. This would be. I think I'm gonna leave this part through, and these would both stay. Yeah. That's good. Okay. Oh, right. Roll. His ribs a little bit. And then organs. We'll do like that. Yeah. Oh, but then that will be this little bit is see-through. I think. Oh, I gotta. He needs some milk. Yeah. He is calcium deficient. Probably needs a nice thick soup. Nice hearty. Two little wood lines. Yeah, that's a boat. Oh, right. Last thing we'll do like phone description. Yeah, it seems like a good median background. No background. I just make the brush smaller instead of all this erasing. Here we are. We're not even. Well, I guess we're technically an hour in, but almost done. This bodes well for our. Oh, speak of the devil. There's the ad break warning. Almost an hour to finish this guy. Not too shabby. Let's brush small. That line should be yellow. Oh, too small. Good. Cover up the yellow here. That's went back to coloring on the wrong layer. That would have been disastrous. All right, that's going to start any second now, so we will head over there. Break. Back. Your legs, get a drink. Right back. Almost done with this guy. I've sworn this song was uncensored before. I don't know when they switched it with the censored version. Or I've just Mandela affected it. And let's see it with the background. Ooh. Happy with that. One down. Save. Okay, who's next? The Eumenides. These nuts. Folder. All right. Name the folder. Okay. Not put a lot of work into the yes. Probably like palms open thing. Yeah. I'll come back to it if it's really. I'm gonna flip it. Yes. Looking at my hand here. Yeah. Okay, that. A little weird. Yeah, I think that. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I think. Handle die. Simple like. the meat of the thumb. Much. Yeah. All right. Now I know this line, placeholder for a chain. I'm gonna do it. Not yet though. I think what I was kind of doing before was like the feet going sideways, but I feel like really seeing the feet head on makes more sense. Really, they wouldn't be that far up. I don't blame Rob Liefeld. I hate drawing. Come back to it. Make the line here on. So we'll keep the hand because that's good. Everything else. So wings are definitely symmetrical based on the head. So the body looks off center. Oh. We'll keep this after. Huh. I mean, not that it even has to be symmetrical, because like no one is perfectly mirrored. Oh, whatever. Yeah, maybe. I think it's definitely, and like the way the wings are intersecting it as well, I think is throwing me off. But I don't know. Whatever. Good enough. Oh, there we go. That's a much. Oh, I'm gonna go simple. There's in line. Good. I almost feel like she should have some kind of helmet, but perspective's already gonna give me trouble. I don't know if I want helmet into it. Well, say for fun. Like say dog stick. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? Seconds. Always forget this is something. Uh, body. Okay, we'll do this we can do this the easy way or the hard way. With the ever so slightly harder way. Download that. Let's get our helmet. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I think that's probably the best yet. So, flying. I mean, try. I always forget you can just like. Can't find the reference you want. Make your own. Make your own kind of reference. Draw your own special drawn. Yeah. I'm gonna go helmetless. It was worth the experiment. Now that I had the idea, I'm gonna open. All right, so okay, I don't hate this. And more, we're gonna do the old. Oh, you pretty thing. Don't you know you drive your mother's papa's insane? Oh, you pretty thing. Don't you know you're driving your mother's papa's insane? Let me make it plain. Gotta make way for the Homo superior. Okay. I am surprisingly happy with that. That's drawing here. We'll come back to it because most of that is going to be pretty thing. Don't you know you're driving your mother's and papa's insane? Oh, you pretty thing. Don't you know you're driving your mother's and papa's insane? Let me make it plain. Gotta make way for the Homo superior. Okay, this one's coming along. Let's go from screen. Actually, did I mess that up? See, photo. I had the TV. Oh, that's why. There we go. He figured it. Man, was Photoshop sticking out this whole time? That's embarrassing. I guess we got. Oh, you know what? Let me see. All right, I'm gonna look up like superhero flying up. That might be some. But overlaps. Kind of like that. All right, I think we can. I think we can work. think if we just rotate this. I'm trying to move the little dot, but it's moving the whole box. Why are you doing this? There we go. I think bring this in a little bit more. It's kind of like a nun right now. The flying nun. Yeah, you know what? That's good enough. No, I don't know. Oh yeah. Oh hi. There we go. I'm happy with. I'm gonna second guess it. Deleting the references. I'm happy with. All right. Interior line. Draw the finger. Good enough. Under the line. Yellow and so far so good. We're probably gonna get the same. Actually, no. I was gonna say we'll probably be just about the ad break. The mummying hair. Pretty close. Well, not bad. Hair might not be as bad as I was expecting. Pretty good. Wild and crazy long hair. There's the incoming in. You know, I think I'm just gonna leave the hair like that. Well, I don't think I'm gonna go like. Still gets the, I'd say. Like the song play. Yeah. I just had that thought. I went through her music that day, and she doesn't have a ton, so it didn't take me too long, and I added some to this playlist. But I feel like it's weird. Like I feel like there's been a high percentage of them today, which is weird since I just added them. But okay, yeah, I'm happy with that hair. All right, now I pretty much do this before yet. And then after ad break, we'll work on the mummy wraps. I forget if I've said this before, Jen, but this song reminds me of the baby on the beach. I want the baby. I want the baby to know people can. Right. Okay. It is time for the ad break. I'm gonna stretch my legs, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. Back in the TV zone. TV? No. Photoshop is on the TV, but we're drawing. Back in the drawing zone. I guess I wasn't in the. Okay, mummy time. Jen, how loud are you listening to stream? Why can I hear myself so clearly? You don't have to turn it down. I'm just hmm. This is kind of like a puzzle, cause like in a good way, cause I don't want to just like do a straight line all the way across, you know. Um, cause like if you're wrapping something up, you're gonna go all different directions. So it's like trying to figure out where it would make the most sense to wrap things. Oh, And it's also like, what order would you? Because like, if she's wrapping her legs, like that, then probably like that. But then if she's wrapping her waist afterwards, those would be on top. So really, it would be like, then you'd have them, sticking out. Overthink it. Not that important. Yet I like varying it so it just looks a little more interesting or realistic or whatever. Uno momento. I'm not really gonna go into it at the moment, but Jen just told me it's just unfortunate in a really funny way. Fair event soon. Yeah, that. What about like an X? Cool. Under. Less. And then. Yeah. No. This like angled thing. I like that. Diagonal lines looked good in the sketch. I don't know if I actually. No, we'll do more. Yeah, it was worth it. From one miniature in a month to 230? Is that correct? Oh, wait. Oh, no, I see what you're saying. 1 month to paint a miniature, 2.5 hours to paint a miniature. Damn, he's speedy man. better call the Justice League because we got the Flash over here. I mean, to be fair, the other miniature was incredibly large and intricate. Dare I say, a maxiature. Oh, that's awesome though. Like start to finish. I wish I could finish a mini that quick. Damn. Damn, boy. Sent you a pic. I'm gonna go take a peek right now. Oh, Nurgling is so cute. Very bug-like. I love Nurglings. They're so fun. Oh boy. LGM Clubhouse is popping off today. My goodness. Oh, a lot to catch up on later. Well done on a finished miniature. Finiature. Base them up on the plinth, but also hell yeah. I'm a sucker for making things interchangeable, modular. Give yourself options. I love that. Based. In more ways than one. I always think this is Decemberists when this song starts. The Grand Klima has an extra attack depending on which Nurg. Oh, that's very fun. Okay. Finally, time for background. And this part of the song reminds me of, I don't even remember who sings it. Not Simon and Garfunkel, is it? Kodachrome. Mama, don't take my Kodachrome away. Take my. I should just go. I have the capability. Will the Nurglings be swappable as well? Sure sounds like it. Hello, Coot. How you doing? Oh, it is Paul Simon.
Howdy, partner.
Howdy. Oh, Simon Sans Garfunkel. Sharing instead of Photoshop, because then. Oh, now you can actually see all the brushes and everything. I don't look like a crazy person clicking on random. Simon's on. I don't know if I know that one. Yeah, no. Okay. Correctly. You don't look crazy at all now. Dude. Yeah. Photochrome's very fun. Deliver is also very fun. Sucker for some jaunty Paul Simon. Who is this item? This is one of the Eumenides, which means the kindly ones, aka the Furies. They punished people who broke their oaths, more or less. I went to South Africa. While he was there, he gathered various music from locals. Upon returning to New York, finished the album. Oh, that is very cool. I'll have to check it out as well. Mods, if you wanna post that on Discord so I can see it, I would not be upset. I mean, like, I guess I could just like pause this music and listen now, but I don't feel like it. I have to switch scenes and make sure it's one that's sharing the YouTube. Oh well, actually, I could just. I'd lose the star in the playlist. I was not looking forward to this one, but I think turned out pretty good. I'm gonna say it. Man, looking at a 3D model for the head really helped. I remembered it. I've also got so many action figures. Feel bad that Simon and Lady Smith Black Mambazo, only know them because of Mean Girls, performed the song live during their second appearance on Saturday Night Live. Oh, you feel bad that that whole sentence makes you think of Mean Girls. That's the only reason I know of Lady Smith Black Mambazo. But you love Lady Smith Black Mambazo. Uncultured. I guess we both are. What about you, chat? Anyone else familiar with Lady Smith Black Mambazo? But you, oh, you quoting. You love you. What? You didn't want to type out Lady Smith Black Mambazo again? Mods, could you Google what Black Mambazo means? Maybe it's just because it sounds like Mamba, but I want it to be a snake. Black Mamba. It's like if they were Pokemon, Black Mamba evolves into Black Mambazo. Pete. We share a brain cell. I also don't remember the quote from Mean Girls. I've seen it twice in the past couple of years. I want to say her parents are going out, and it's when she's getting ready to throw a party, and they're going to a Lady Smith Black Mambazo concert, and she's like, I think I'm gonna stay home, and whatever her excuse is, and then the mom is like, are you sure? But you love Lady Smith Black Mambazo. And yeah, that's the only reason. Could have been a fake band for all I know. Like probably seen a dozen times. Yeah, right age at the right time for sure. It's kind of a funny story. That's not me segueing. That's the name of the film. They mention Vampire Weekend, and that was the first time I had ever heard of the band, and I thought for sure it was a made up fake band because it was such a dumb band name. And then I heard Oxford Com, and I said, oh, I actually love this. Genevieve Bazo is ballet. You can't hear me when I whisper, but I love whispering for comedic effect. I said, are you looking up what Mombazo means? You don't have to, but I am curious now. I guess for that matter, I was going to say a ladysmith, is that someone that makes ladies? But I guess a blacksmith doesn't make black, they make metal. I mean, I guess you could also call him a metalsmith. Maybe a ladysmith does make ladies. Done with this one? Yeah. Let's tiny bit. Oh, wrong. Ladysmith Black Mambazo was created in the early 1960s by visionary singer and activist Joseph Shabalala. The group's name comes from Shabalala's hometown of Ladysmith, near the city of Durban, South Africa. Black refers to the strongest of all farm animals, the black ox. Mambazo is the Zulu word for axe, a symbol of the group's vocal strength. How interesting. Is Mamba also a Zulu? Like, are they related? Are the words related at all? How interesting. That has been today's language minute. All right, this one is good. Let's see it with the background. Oh, perfect. Oh, do I want some little clouds? No. Okay. Dental. There's adding some stuff to my to listen base. Nice. I always love getting inspired to check out new things. Alright, I'm pretty happy with this one. Don't think I have to make adjustments before. Go on a rotate. I feel like the horse body should be like this, but the human part should be like this. So let's do that. Dangerous. Since the bottom of this probably won't get to it for a few years, and then I won't remember why. Oh god, ain't that the truth? I got a lot of lists. Don't make a lot of progress on them, but they're there for someday, hopefully. I look and find the game partly because most things point to. Oh, I just meant like, is Mamba also like even a? I don't know where black mambas live. You know, like is it even the same language? That's more what I was. Yeah, I think we'll make him a drop some. There. Okay. Good to go. I feel like I want to move the camera that way. So like when I look at the other screen, it doesn't look like I'm like completely turning away from you. But that's where you are. That's where chat is. Oh, it does also come. Okay, cool. Yeah. I wonder if they are related then. That's interesting. Whether or not they're related, that is interesting that they're both Zulu. About that. Derived from the Zulu word imamba. Imamba number 5. was dangerous. Okay, this helmet feels too tall. So let's. That looks. Whether it's realistic or not, I don't care. That looks better. Oh, I'm trying to remember what it is off the top of my head, but there is an African cryptid called Mamlambo. I wonder if that's also a Zulu word. I believe that is the spelling. I mean, it's given that it's one of the African cryptids, 3/4 of those are dinosaurs, so it's probably one of the dinosaur cryptids. But it might also be snake or like. There's a few that. Actually, probably not related because Zulu is Zulu South Africa? Like southern? Because most of the dinosaur cryptids are in the Congo, which is like very middle interior Africa. Probably not actually. Hmm. Okay. A real rabbit hole or snake hole. Looking at I love etymology, but it's not a snake hole. Snakes cannot dig holes. They don't have arms. Jen was reading a book about it. I mean, Jen, you probably remember better than I do if you want to give context, but I'll never forget that quote. It was also like, I feel like it was right after I wrote an episode of the Cryptid Cases that had a snake like coming out of a hole or something. And I was like, no, I'm inaccurate. I don't know why I'm trying. Perfect. You are correct. It was the horned serpent. I I forget exactly what I said. I I know it's that episode I'm thinking of. I just can't remember for sure if that is when Jen read that. But yeah, that episode. I was like, oh. Also, occurred to me later. So, okay, this is a hole. Yeah, and this is a snake. Um, what I also didn't think of while writing the episode, horned serpent would not fit in a hole unless it was really, really big because of its antlers. But hopefully people just don't think about that part. Spoilers. That's fine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There is a snake. Snake with a shovel-like face that can dig, but that's not the norm. Interesting. Interesting. Finish just base the minis. I'll be ready for the fight. Can't wait. I'm very excited. Yeah, like you've done that for a while. I'm gonna come back. By the other color. Alright. Is it already late? Lies when you're progress. Thank you. Weirdly enough, for an animal I don't particularly care about, I feel like I've drawn a lot of horses, so um I feel like I do have a pretty good horse, but like even like freehanding ahead without reference. And then the ears like very very particular shape. But yeah, I feel like weirdly enough I've for like commissions or whatever, I have just ended up drawing a lot of them. So I have had a good amount of practice. But also I did look at copious referencing for this one. Posing them is the real part. Because even too, it's like the sort of thing where like even if you like copy a photo one for one, if they're like in a weird like in between pose, like even though it is real, it can still look wrong and weird. Like horses in motion are good for that sort of trouble. Specific way to clean yes. I will, if you message me like now as a reminder, I will go into if only I got there. I will give you a more detailed response. The increased is for yes, this is a specific so a while back, I think I only mentioned this like once or twice when we first started doing the Greek monsters. Yeah, it's a whole just message me a reminder and I'll detail the whole process. Is your dad finally actually going to give you the printer he promised you as a birthday? Okay. There is a free RPG out there called Lasers and Feelings. Actually, I guess I'll just pull that up as well. It's very cute, one page, very simple rules. This original one specifically is inspired by Star Trek. Open. So the whole game is 1d6. You have like a number, and if you roll higher than it, it's good for one thing, and if you roll lower, it's one other thing. Like you got resin minis from someone, in that case they're probably fine to start painting, because like when they come out of the printer they're like gooey, and like that's the step someone would do before they give the mini. Just message me either way. But to your question, yeah, so this was the original. It's very cute, very fun, very simple, good for like one shots, whatever. Also very good for like creating if they like you. Yeah. Here's some minis dripping in toxic resin. I can't imagine. Anyway, it's since it's literally just like one number and two stats, there's a lot of like fan like conversions, like fan made versions. I can't think of the word I want. Like reskins, you know. Um like here's first stab at a Lynchian hack, the fire and the well. And most of the titles, at least the good ones, are blank and blank because lasers and feelings are your two stats, you know? So like this one, your stats are fire and well. The fight before Christmas. So yeah, there's a lot of them. I have a few I would love to make. I did actually make one so far, which you can find for free on our website. Why is this not? Okay. So the one I made is, surprise, ancient Greek themed, and I called it Hubris and Glory, and those are like your two stats. So this is the game. And for like $2 or $3, I want to make like a little like bonus PDF to go with it. So it'll be like talking about some of the ancient Greek cities, like just descriptions of them, maybe a map, and then like a little mini bestiary. So these drawings have been for the bestiary. Yeah. I'm also really happy with how this came out. This is my first time using, let's see, even the program InDesign, I want to say. Like, I don't normally do like, do you even call it like graphic design stuff? I don't know. But I'm very happy with that. You got the background, you got the Greek for hubris and glory. Ubris kai kleon. Yeah, I'm proud of that. But yeah, this is gonna be the bestiary for that. Which is also why I've been trying to keep it sketchy and not putting a million hours into this, because I don't want it to be like an expensive thing, you know. Ad break already. This foot looks gross. All right. At least finish the outline of the tail before the ad break. I think I can. Once the ad break is over, we will continue with the yellow interior line. Okay, good enough. All right, I need to stretch my legs. I'll be back in a moment. Do centaurs have rat tails? This one does. Actually, the idea is like a horse tail, but with no hair. Because like their skeleton, like it's not just hair coming out, it's like an actual spine. So just a little, make it a little creepier. All right, I'm gonna stretch my legs. We got a break. I'll be right back. Labs, you almost just gave me a heart attack. I read my little sister just passed her driving test. Like, God, you almost scared me. But good for her. I think the tail's too long. I'm sorry, Coot. Is it not accurate to a horse? I think the human man poking out of the neck is also not accurate to a horse. I kid. It's called artistic license. All right, for curiosity's sake, let's look at a horse skeleton again. Okay, yeah, they're not that long. The horses goes to like here. But that's less exciting. Oh, I had bowstring. Almost forgot about that. Oh, this part. All right, so head's there, the neck. I think I got. More. Or neck. Okay. Keep drawing this part of the body with like got the collarbone and stuff around the neck. All right. Shoulders there. Okay. So I like 3/4. I like the abs. Need the line up. That. Need to move the head over. Whoops. Wrong layer. All right. Here. Okay. There we go. I think one of my biggest mistakes is like here, I always try to like, for like from the neck to the shoulder down, like have it connect, but really like it goes behind it because like I kind of forget about like all the back of the shoulders, you know? There, maybe. The traps. Is that the back neck part? I gotta study. It looks right. So I'm gonna leave it. Yeah. Okay. Now I got the color. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I do more. I always draw arms like that. I really gotta do more. Well, I gotta do more like yeah, like the always like I always draw it as like one thing with a little crease instead of like I'm not gonna actually use this, but I just want to mirror it so I can so the shape actually oh, Uh, almost. Can't decide if you should have abs. I'm gonna come back. Part. Yes. Oh, the 3D model we were looking at earlier had like an ear hole. I don't think I wanted to run ears, so you know what? Never mind. Nose part comes down. I'm gonna make the eye hole smaller, I think, but like, what kind of? All right, I think that's good. Um, thing. Yeah, I guess. All that is. Yeah, I think that works. Parts. And I told you you jinxed me. Like, maybe I'll finish them all today. Like, I don't know about that. But how many more do I? 5 left. Got done 3 today. Still getting there. All right. I think that's inner lines. Oh, the only. Gotta figure out side is the abs. It'd be like here. Maybe I'll just even. Yeah, I think that's evocative enough. Gets the point across. Yeah, I'm happy with that. All right, let's color her in. We're on the right layer. Yes, we are. I think color has always been my least favorite part of the process. The lines I hate. Brush even smaller. taste it. Taste that centaur meat. You ate a centaur or a minotaur later. Would that be cannibalism? Would it be cannibalism if only if you ate the human part? Be okay if you had the rest? Really makes you think. A truly philosophical thought. Thank you. Thank you. Oh God, for that matter. If you were to mate with one of these creatures, is it bestiality? Eat away, not cannibalism. All right, Coot's a wise man. That's all I need to hear. All right. See her with the background. Yeah, look at that. I'm happy with how these are. Alright, so let's see how many we did today. We did Centaur. We did Amenities. Did Charon. That's it for. But we've also finished Minotaur and the Cyclops and a Hydra. Imagine how weird life would be if it still existed. Having two yeah, that would be very weird. I don't think you make an excellent point. Yeah, no, I realized I had that same thought. Said that. I mean, technically, if we did drive them to extinction, then we already have our answer. And on that fun thought, then we'll call it a day here. We made good progress. We got, I already forgot. 1, 2, 5 left. Will we finish next time? I don't know. Maybe. But we got things to run. with. But thanks for hanging out today. This has been fun. Jen and Coot and Labs and anyone I forgot, anyone I missed, anyone lurking. Thank you all so very much. I do feel weird looking at this direction and feel like you guys feel like I'm not talking. Would eating them be? Oh, we gotta save that question for next. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out. I hope you had fun today. Made some great progress. Yes. All right, I guess we don't have to save that for next time. Today is only Monday, so we will be back tomorrow with some co-working. And I hope, yeah, have a great night, everyone. We will tomorrow. Bye. Do I have my finger on the right button? Yes. Bye.